Topic: your 9 to minus 5 gold mine, turning your salary into income-producing assets. Have you ever stared at your paycheck, that hard-earned sum arriving every 2 weeks or once a month, and felt a quiet dread? The feeling that it's already earmarked for bills, expenses, and perhaps a fleeting moment of relief before the cycle begins again? Many of us working our 9-to-5 South feel like our salary is just a treadmill, keeping us running but never truly moving forward toward real financial freedom. But what if that paycheck, the very thing that feels like a symbol of your daily grind, is actually your greatest untapped resource? What if your salary isn't just for bills, but is in fact your most powerful tool to build rock-solid financial freedom? Today, on the Wealthwise Journey, we're going to transform your perception of your 9-to-5 income. We're going to show you how to turn your active earnings, your salary, into a gold mine, strategically leveraging it to acquire income-producing assets that will eventually pay you, even when you're not actively working. This isn't about magical thinking. It's about intentional strategy, consistent action, and unlocking the hidden power within your very next paycheck. The typical narrative for most people is that their salary is for survival and consumption. You work your 40 hours, you get paid, you cover rent, groceries, transportation, and maybe a little entertainment. Any money left over often just sits in a low-interest checking account, slowly eroding in value due to inflation, or it's spent on impulse purchases. The struggle here is that this model leaves you perpetually dependent on your job. If the job disappears, your income vanishes. If you want more income, you have to work more hours, get a raise, or find a second job, all of which are still tied to your finite time and energy. This creates a ceiling on your potential and a constant underlying anxiety. The critical turning point, the decision that transforms this dependency into empowerment, is recognizing that your salary is the seed money for your passive wealth. It's the conscious choice to stop viewing your paycheck as merely a spending allowance and start seeing it as the fuel for your future financial engine. This realization liberates you from the hours for dollars trap and sets you firmly on the path to assets for dollars. Think of it this way: your 9-to-5 is providing you with a consistent, reliable flow of capital. This flow is a tremendous advantage that many entrepreneurs or freelancers starting from scratch don't have. Instead of letting that flow simply pass through your hands, you redirect a portion of it to buy things that will pay you back long after your workday is done. This is the ultimate financial hack for the salaried employee. So how do you make this shift? What are the key mindsets, strategies, and principles to turn your 9-to-5 goldmine into true freedom? 1. The pay yourself first imperative. This is the foundational principle. Before you pay your landlord, your utility company, or even your grocery store, you pay your future self. This means setting up an automated transfer from your checking account to your investment accounts the very same day your paycheck hits. Start small if you need to, even 5% or 10% of your net income. The magic isn't in the initial amount, it's in the consistency. By making it automatic, you remove willpower from the equation. What you don't see in your checking account, you won't miss. This automated commitment ensures that a portion of your active income is always, without fail, being converted into passive income-generating assets. 2. Building your financial foundation. Before you chase flashy investments, your first priority for that redirected salary should be your emergency fund. This is the non-negotiable buffer that protects your budding asset-building journey. Aim for 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses kept in a separate, easily accessible high-yield savings account. Why is this crucial for asset building? Because it prevents you from having to sell your investments at a loss when life inevitably throws a curveball. It's the insurance policy for your financial future, funded directly by your consistent 9-to-5 income. 3. Investing in dividend stocks and ETFs. Once your emergency fund is solid, your 9-to-5 salary becomes a powerful tool for investing. Focus on dividend-paying stocks or exchange-traded funds. These are shares in established companies that regularly pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders. Think of it as a small, consistent rent payment that you receive for owning a piece of a business. When you buy these through a low-cost brokerage and set up dividend reinvestment, your passive income automatically buys more shares, which then generate more dividends. This creates a powerful compounding loop where your money constantly grows and generates more money, largely on autopilot, funded by your paycheck. For exploring real estate, For many, real estate seems out of reach on a 9-to-5 salary. But your income can be your stepping stone, saving for a down payment. Your salary is your primary source for accumulating that initial down payment for a rental property. Disciplined saving again. Fueled by your 9-to-5. Fractional real estate. REITs. If buying a whole property is too much, consider real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own, operate, or finance income-producing real estate. You can buy shares in REITs just like stocks, and they pay out significant dividends, giving you exposure to real estate income without the massive capital or management headaches. Your 9-to-5 salary can consistently fund these investments. House hacking. If you're willing to live in a multi-unit property and rent out the other units, your mortgage is effectively paid by your tenants, turning your primary residence into an income-producing asset. This often requires leveraging your 9-to-5 income to qualify for the Loan 5. Funding a scalable side hustle. Your 9-to-5 provides not just capital, but often stable hours to dedicate to a side hustle that can eventually become an asset, instead of taking on another hourly job. Focus on building a side hustle that, once established, can generate income with minimal ongoing effort. Digital products, an ebook, an online course, digital templates, stock photos, or even print-and-man designs. Your initial work creates an asset that can sell repeatedly. Content creation, a YouTube channel with ad revenue, a blog with affiliate marketing, a podcast with sponsorships. This requires consistent effort up front, but well-established content can generate passive income for years. Service business with automation, delegation, starting small, but with the goal of hiring others or automating processes. For example, a virtual assistant business that eventually scales to employ other VAs, allowing you to step back. The key here is that your 9-to-5 salary gives you the financial stability to take calculated risks on these side ventures or to invest in the tools and training needed without the desperate pressure of needing immediate returns for survival. Consider Michael, a software developer working a steady 9-to-5. For years, he lived paycheck to paycheck, even with a good salary. He felt the constant pressure, the lack of control. Then he heard about the concept of assets for dollars. His turning point came when he decided his salary wasn't just for bills, it was for building. First, he automated a $300 transfer to a high-yield savings account every payday until his emergency fund was full. This gave him immediate peace of mind. Next, he redirected an additional $500 per paycheck into a diversified dividend ETF. He didn't check the market daily, just let the automated transfers and dividend reinvestment work. On the side, he noticed a common pain point among junior developers. He used a portion of his saved salary to buy a high-quality microphone and video editing software. Over 6 months, using evenings and weekends, he created a comprehensive online course on debugging for beginners, launched it, marketed it a bit, and now, months later, that course continues to sell, generating passive income while he's at his 9-to-5, or even while he sleeps. He then reinvests some of those course earnings back into his dividend portfolio, further accelerating his asset growth. Michael's 9-to-5 salary didn't trap him. It provided the consistent capital to build his safety net, invest in income-generating assets, and fund a side venture that now contributes significantly to his overall financial picture. He's no longer just trading hours for dollars. He's systematically converting hours for dollars into assets for dollars. The lessons from Michael's journey and the core principles of turning your 9-to-5 into a gold mine are clear. 1. Intentionality is power. Don't let your paycheck simply pass through your hands. Make a conscious decision about where every dollar goes, prioritizing asset acquisition. 2. Automation is non-negotiable. Remove the willpower. Set up automatic transfers so that investing and saving happen without you even thinking about it. 3. Diversify your assets. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Explore different types of income-generating assets. Stocks, real estate, digital products, to create multiple streams of passive income. 4. Embrace patience and consistency. This is a marathon, not a sprint. The real magic happens over years and decades of consistent effort and disciplined reinvestment. 5. Your salary is a tool, not a trap. See your 9-to-5 not as a limitation, but as your most reliable source of capital to fund your journey to financial independence, it's your current goldmine. The ultimate goal here isn't necessarily to quit your job tomorrow. The goal is to build financial optionality. It's about knowing that if your job disappears, or if you simply choose to reduce your hours or pursue a different passion, your assets will continue to provide, giving you incredible freedom and peace of mind. Your paycheck is not the end of your financial story. It's the beginning of your financial legacy. If you're ready to stop feeling trapped by the hours for dollars cycle and start seeing your 9-to-5 salary as the powerful tool it truly is, then you belong here on the Wealthwise Journey. This shift can fundamentally change your relationship with money and unlock your path to financial independence. Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, join our growing community dedicated to building financial independence, achieving early retirement, and mastering smart wealth building, all while leveraging the power of your 9-to-5 income. Share this video with someone who feels stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle. And in the comments below, tell me what one actionable step you're going to take this week to turn your salary into income-producing assets. Because your Wealthwise journey starts now.